and the Sabina is done.
BonsaiDream.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For this episode we're gonna work on this nice Sabina Juniper. The tree came into the workshop because a client purchased it and asked me to work the tree for him. It's a very nice little Sabina with a lot of character. Nice live lines, nice deadwood and very good foliage type. Sabina is a high elevation tree that normally grows in all the Alps region. The better Sabinas come from Spain and especially the one from Teruel. This is a big high plateau. They have the better foliage. Nice, tight, compact, almost like Itoegawa juniper. We have to be careful when we grow the tree. They like to be dry as possible and in the most sunny position we have in the garden. This is very important to keep the foliage nice and tight. So as soon as I get the tree in front of me, I try analyzing the different aspects of the tree and the good points I have. Obviously for junipers the base come on a second phase because I'm more interested by the trunk line and the movement of the deadwood. As soon as I see the tree, I find out that there is a beautiful deadwood in this area of the tree and I have a kind of two branches I can use to build my canopy. I see that I can lift the tree up a little bit to show the best feature of the tree, the nice movement, the nice deadwood, and then the division of the tree in two parts. It will be a nice Bunjin, but with a kind of a special character, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this one like a second trunk. So I don't wanna push this down and make just a branch, but actually I want to push it up and bring probably this branch from the back forward to create the first branch of the tree. So I want to try to create something different, to have a tree with a better character and a type of uniqueness that I can give when I style this tree. So I will start by cleaning the live line and protecting all the deadwood with lime sulfur, and after that I will do some cleaning on the foliage and wire completely the tree for the final shape. So follow me into this trip. deadwood is done. I clean everything, the live line, give the lime sulfur and kind of thin out this piece of deadwood that was too big and now is nicer with all the details. And now William is gonna start preparing the tree for wiring and wiring the tree. So, quello che devi fare è raffiare questo ramo per portarlo davanti, poi legherai questo ramo in senso orario, andando a ancorarti antiorario qui e ti prendi questa parte qua. Invece dopo da qua legherai l'interno di questo con l'apice, questo sarà anche questo orario perché verrà davanti, e dopo legherai tutti i fini. Se trovi rami secchi all'interno, li togli prima di venire con il filo e mano a mano leghi tutto. Leghi e apri, ok? Basta. Let's go! Now that this section is completely wired, we can concentrate on this one. We're gonna do a little cleaning before, taking away everything coming from the crutches, as always on the junipers, preparing the branch to be wired. The tree is nice and strong, but still we wanna incentivize the outside foliage and get rid everything from inside that is competing with the strong foliage. So we need a little bit cleaning, and then we can start wiring from this position outside all the branches like we did on the previous part. So now that one side of the tree is ready, clean and wired, we can dedicate to the other one. So again, I wanna do a little bit of a cleaning, cutting away unnecessary branches, weak ones, branches inside that are not useful for the future design, and also they are on the way for the wiring. So I'm gonna nicely clean everything. Also branches too close to the first section of the main branch. At this point I'm more interested on creating structure from my future tree than volumes, because volumes I can build after I will create pad by letting the tree grow and cleaning and pruning the tips. But now the important part is to create the structure of the branches. So you see I start from inside and I move outside, cleaning everything that is not necessary, everything underneath, in the crotches, and eventually weak branches that are not necessary. I always keep the strong part of the branches, because on the first styling I need a lot of energy of the tree to recover. So I will never, on the first style, I will never prune all the strong tips on a juniper. If I make the Sabina too weak by excess of work and pruning and stress, the tree will start flopping down and will never hold the position of the branches and will never have a nice and tight foliage. But if I work with the strong foliage full of hormones, auxine, they will always be nice and strong, and with nice sun they will always create nice and compact paths. Okay, so now all the tree is wired. I set the final position, the final angle. I fix on the other part, put in some wedges. And now the first step will be moving this branch that will become our first branch, and then start creating the pads in the left side, and then work on the apex and try to create also some pads in the other side, so we can kind of balance the visual weight of this section with the visual weight of the main tree. So let's do it, and we'll start with this movement with the guide wire and set the first pad. So now that the structure of the pad is in position forward, I started to align all the secondary branches. Can still do some cleaning, lifting up the inner section and the inner little branches, and slowly create my outside line using all the secondary branches. If there is any branch weak that wasn't clean before and flopping down, I can still clean with my scissor. The idea is always to create a nice pad, opening up all the foliage, so all the little branches can get sun, light and air to develop. I use the inner branches to create volume, and all the outside one they create the line. As you see, I try to not prune the end. They are strong and they will help the branch to keep be strong and pushing out with the hormones. Otherwise, especially on a low branch, we risk that the branch will become too weak, all the vegetation will flop down, and then in time the pad will be weaker and weaker, and then we have to cut it. Because normally juniper have a lot of strength in the upper parts, and they are a little bit weaker in the lower branches. That's the reason it's very important always to keep some runners and use them to keep vigor and strength on the pads. Now I have to work in the back part of this section. I made already one branch for depth. I need to work on this one, but I have this branch that is very long, out of the shape as is impossible to use, so I'm gonna remove it. I will transform this in a gin, and in the meantime I'm going to use this section as a transition pad between the lower one and what will be the apex. So again, open up everything, create the base of my pad, keep the strong one, and also open the inner little branches to get them some more light and so they can gain some strength. I can put also together this one to have a little bit more volume, so I can have the first pad, then this one, the back one, always moving the pads in different height and different lines. Just finished to set the apex of this section. I used the branches coming from this nice line to create the frontal part, and then with the branch from the back I finish the apex to give the triangularity and the illusion that everything is coming from this line, because this is the trunk line I wanna have as a reference. So now this part is set, there is still a little bit more cleaning I will do at the end, and now I will start working in this section, pushing down some branches here. This frontal one I will use here also to create a little bit of a distraction for this straight section, and then moving sideways this part here will be easy to create an apex moving towards the direction of this tree, to have everything with the dynamism going to the left. So normally, first of all, I kind of basically set the structure I want. So back branches, side branches, pushing them down in the direction of the wire, and then I sit and I create my pads. So now that the lower part is set, I need to move some of the branches to recreate the line for the apex. So here we are, twisting down, and then again I can imagine my apex in this position. all the lower branches will be open up here. Then using this part and a branch again coming from the back, I can start creating the apex. I always use a branch here and another one to go over and be able to create the volume of my pen. And the Sabina is done. Beautiful double apex Bunjin tree, very elegant, with good deadwood and very old deadwood, nice live line and movement, a nice little tree for future development. As you see, I kept a lot of the strong foliage to keep the tree nice and strong and develop more foliage next year. For now, you know, the work is done. The position of the first branch, that was the only kind of hard work. Now I will store the tree in the greenhouse, in my cold frame, to pass the winter, not outside with freezing temperature, protect the tree, and next here I will let it grow and keep working on the structure a little bit more and the density of the foliage. Thank you so much for following my YouTube channel, and see you at the next. Hello guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you are interested on this tool that I was using to make gin and sherry, please contact me on my email address, and you can get more information how to get it. Thank you.